So this is gonna be a little bit of a deviation from my normal picks. We were having a couple games this weekend in the team league that were needing a more competent damage dealer. So this hero, Greymane, actually plays to a lot of the strengths that I believe that a lot of engaged tanks also play to. Um, Not that he should be engaging team fights by any means, but he has a similar flow of the fight. So I am going to play a game with this fucker, and I'm going to learn you a couple things about the way that it works. This is going to be a cocktail game, though. It's not going to be a normal auto attack game, because there is a blind on the other team that really fucks up a lot of my auto attack damage. So the build, though, is perfect aim at 1, and then I took thick skin at 4. Then I took, you could also take, this whole talent tier is just a little bit like meh. Eyes in the Dark is fine. I don't think Insatiable is necessarily wonderful between these two, but I took thick skin for this game. Incendiary Elixir for the buff on the Q build. I took Curse Bullet. This tier is always situational. Sometimes you're gonna have that ultra beefy frontline and you need Curse Bullet, or you're going to need Go for the Throat to just cram it down the throat of the enemy squishies. But that is neither here nor there. You'll figure that out in your own games. Unfettered Assault was what I take at 13. Running Wild is also very good. On the Prowl. These are all really good talents, I think. But I took Unfettered Assault specifically with the cocktail build because this presents a really good escape and engage. Now that I'm thinking about it, but I believe that the others probably would synergize more with a normal build better. 16 was Alpha Killer, because again they had a lot of really heavy frontline in this game. And then Hunter's Blunderbuss at 20 for the splashing auto attacks. Like, I don't... Probably could have gotten away with Gilnean Roulette, but this is usually my comfort pick on 20. So let's hop into this fucking game. Let's watch some stuff happen. It's pretty cool. Okay, so it's not a tank game. It's a Greymane game. And it's cool because Greymane feels very tanky. Also, but I picked this hero because I actually had a couple games today in Team League that felt very impactful on the hero, whereas some tank games that we were playing, I did not. So we took this draft. They took Lily as the counter to our heroes, to our damage dealers, but we still have our KT, who I think is absolutely fucking incredible on this map in uncoordinated play, BTW. So keep that in mind for your own drafts. But anyway, let's get into this. So I took cocktail build for this particular. Fucking eating asshole balls. I took cocktail build for this one because I just dead. Just fucking. Enemy team was on that rotation early. Let's see who else is. Am I? No. Oh yeah, whatever. I lost my train of thought. We didn't start off the 4-man rotation right away. We are playing with the single rando in here. This is a 4-man team league game. But the whole thought process with this hero against their team comp, who just wants to fight non-stop and get Asmo to the late game, I think early on is going to be our siege damage, our push potential. Because our KT clears waves like mad. Illidan and I shred buildings like a motherfucker. and ETC plays a pretty good role in engaging for our damage to just get started. There's a fair amount of CC on our team to look for, and things come together. So we're gonna go mostly PvE, and this may play into the changes that are incoming soon for the next season of play, which I'm kind of excited about. Just like more impactful pushing with these camps. Like you'll see right now, we're getting a lot of value out of the push with this Merc camp because of the spell armor and because of the amount of health that they have eating those shots and us just running up it. So Illidan has a lot of free reign in bottom to not die and push harder. I'm gonna die right here. He didn't pull me. He hit me with his Q and then didn't throw me. Anyway. Yes, so Illidan can play a bit more aggressive in his lane, collect more gems, and our comp, we have the clear and the lane pressure to just kind of do what we want. Ta-da! That's the idea. Now, what you're going to see in this game is about middle of the game, things are going to get a little bit rough for us. Because Blaze did take Unstoppable at 1. So they are around the ult mark. Fucking righteous. Around the ult mark is when they're gonna get all their interrupts for our mosh pit. So we're still gonna want to look for the engages from the mosh pit to do big damage, but I'm also just looking for blind damage in the mid game with my cursed bullet on the big health targets, because Asmo, Blaze, and Garrosh are all huge, and they all have huge health pools. What I learned in this game is that the shield that Garrosh gets at 13 really mitigates a lot of the damage from cursed bullets. Right now, I'm just trying to create space so that our Illidan can turn in his 12 gems. He's got our solo turn in right now. So that's the call. I'm just going to stand between him and Blaze to make sure that Blaze doesn't get cheeky and try to poke with his Q or something like that. Caught me in my retreat, but Illidan came right back down to make sure I was nice and safe. And now their healer's in the bottom lane. We're going to run middle, because this lane is already a wee bit pushed. God damn, that damage from that was just living bomb, a couple auto attacks, and a flame strike from KT that chunked Vala. Had my quest on my Q been a little bit bigger, she'd be dead. But that is neither here nor there. This is us trying to get the Ariel to come push middle. This is, I've explained this in the Alteract maps plenty of times. Didn't hit that. Really sad. But you push everybody with one objective in one lane in this map. It's going to be the same thing with Garden of Terror, same thing with Alteract. Nice, easy Lily kill. That is the way you do it. You take the fort, you take the XP advantage, you take the kills where you can get them, and then, like, look at that. Greymane is just so good at killing buildings. Just so good at killing buildings. Now we're out. We have a full level lead on the enemy team, and things are going well for us. Just trying to get these gems as fast as I can. Greymane does have a slow attack speed without his W up, so get used to either left clicking if you do that, or A clicking if you do that. It's you'll get the feel for it, but you got to get the feel for it with the speed increase with his W and without it, because sometimes you're gonna waste your fucking W, and fuck. Now what do? You still gotta walk and punch people. I might actually die. Let's take a look at the rest of the map. We got two of us doing camps right now because we're fucking incredible at it. the rest of our team, oh my god, what a huge ass flame strike. Enemies. Okay. I don't know. Is it? It says enemy web weavers in red, but it's actually the blue team who got the web weavers. They're down ults right now. We'll go back to Greymane. I've got my cursed bullet. I don't want to use it on Garrosh. I want to use it on that blaze. I think I'm just gonna flat out fucking miss it. Yep. What you may be noticing when I am playing, or when I'm jumping in with Greymane, is that I am immediately queuing backwards. Now, that is just to get into Worgen form, to get the armor, and to make sure I don't die. But it is a really, really good form of poke for Greymane. The E, the auto attack, and then get yourself out with your Q, or if your team is ready to engage with you, you just go in with the Q, start laying down some more auto attacks with your W. I am, right now we're looking for the Mosh. I am coming around the back for the same thing. And I am going to get hard taunted just right in the middle of my jump here. Really unfortunate for me. Really good cleanse from that Lily to get Garrosh out of the Mosh. That globe. Oh. Asmo takes some serious fucking hit points off of our team as this game goes on. Illidan got thrown in, baited a whole bunch of shit from the enemy team though, and just evaded and popped out. That was kind of the reason we took Illidan in the draft screen, because a lot of their CC it has a bit of a wind up, and it is pull oriented. Jesus Christ, look how fucking low we are. And that was all Vala, wasn't it? Yeah, you're dead. You can't heal yourself and die. Look. Asmo escapes with a pittance of health, and we're all like, mother effing fucks. But that's okay. We still have our turn in ready to go, unless we get caught. So right here, enemy team was just on that middle turn in. Like, you're thinking, hey, they couldn't possibly be coming all up here, right? Surprise. Now I'm dead. Now I'm dead. Illidan's also dead. We lost a huge fucking chunk of our gems. I don't know why they I don't know why all 5 of them rotated up. That was my I honestly, I just had no fucking clue why they were all there. It didn't make sense. Like, they should have been gathering gems or soaking lanes or something, but they made a concerted effort as 5 people. Let's go to the top middle turn in. Oh, look, there's Greymane, and there's... I scared him into dodging that because I totally whiffed that fucking Q. What was I saying? Oh, right. There wasn't actually a reason for them to come up to that turn in other than saying, or goaltending us, I guess, stopping us from getting the turn in. But that's not necessarily a good reason to go do that as 5 people. It worked for them really well in this game. So they got the bottom fort. They're going to take the top fort too. There's only so much that we can do. I'm coming around the safe way to defend the keep. Try and get some easy stacks for my Q. Here's one. And that's the other good thing about poke build, or cocktail build with Greymane. It might not be specifically great for team fighting. Like our all-in engage with Greymane team fighting, but it does do a whole lot to make the clear a lot safer. Just trying to change the camera real quick there. There we go. Illidan is number 2. I'm going to remember that now. Apparently, I didn't know this, but Asmo's soldier minion will go fight a merc camp if it can't get to a lane. You learn something new every day. How's he doing on stats? 243. And Lily's just gonna heal him right back to full. I don't know why I used that curse bullet there. Maybe it was just to like scare him away, because he is a bit of a one of those wusses. My team's looking for a fight right now. I am telling them not to. I am trying to collect gems for our next turn in. Let's go see what they're doing actually. Nope, and they're backing up because we're smart, we're communicating. Way to go, team. I'm headed down there now. We're going to try to push with our knights. Get them going. Try to maybe get an advantageous team fight. Everything good's down there. Good here. I'm just blocking for my KT to turn in at this moment. They do have this solo turn in. So, solo turning meaning they have enough gems to get the turn in for our team by themselves. It doesn't require 3 or 4 people when we all have those tiny gem counts. So I wanted to go middle because it was the most pushed, but I think that the top call was probably the best just because of the amount of fucking clear that we have. And then this is ultimately the boss lane on top of that, so having this advantage is good for us. Not to mention, dodged your fucking shit. Not to mention our whole team is here, and the amount of siege damage that we have behind our auto attacks and Illidan's auto attacks and KT's wave clear is fucking crazy. That keep is dead before the objective can even poop its purple forecast on it. So we're getting a bit saucy here because the bottom lane is going to kill itself. The objective's going to kill it. We're going to get 16, but we're still kind of in that poke territory. The objective's almost dead. That's not good. I saw what he was going for. He wanted to tackle, but standing that close to a wall that's not down yet, even if he had stunned Garrosh, Garrosh still would have tossed him over. Good dodge. Good fucking dodge. So, I mean, I can respect the aggression. We had the 16 to 15, so I like the idea. It was probably just needed to be a different target, and there wasn't one there, so that means we shouldn't have been aggressive. Easy clear on the bottom giants. All the lanes are pushed out for the enemy team. There's nothing they can do necessarily to stop us right now with the amount of pressure that we can put on the map. So we're in good shape. We don't have turn in yet, but we do want to look for it. The sad thing about it is that the waves have to push up for us to safely do that. So it's basically just offload the gems that we have now, play a little bit of a waiting game, wait for the enemy team to pop out that camp, and then defend it. This is like the elevator music. I don't have any elevator music to play right now, but if there were a soundtrack to this portion of the video, that would be it. So enemy team rotated back up to their favorite position in this game. They're going to do that at least 2 more times. All 5 of them are going to run at this turn in. I don't know why. I don't know how they all, like 5 people continuously make that call, but it does keep happening. The cocktail does drop off a bit against this camp, so I just wanted to kill that stupid thing as fast as possible. ETC got taunted. Good crystal, though. Try and just... We really need to group up for that Ariel heal, but she walked down. The rest of us walked up. Everybody who needed it was just kind of... Illidan baiting out as many cooldowns as he can. I got tossed backwards. Gonna jump onto the demon to get away. Hit that tap, and then we should be ready to fight here again, because KT is always going to be in a safe position behind our front line. The best part about our comp is that we have too much threat in our dive for them to stop KT from doing obnoxious amounts of indiscriminate AoE damage from behind. So it's like you either respond to us and get blown up by Greymane, Illidan, etc., or you just don't and KT blows your face off with impunity. Fucking ball, man. Asmo, did he hit his stack? Yeah, he hit his stacks. Enemy team gets the turn in. We have our lanes pushed up far enough that this isn't a big deal for us. Middle lane is the only thing that they have pushed up, and we still have a fort in it. Jesus Christ, that damage. Thank you for that whip. That was super nice of you. This is an easy defense for us. Just super easy. Illidan's got the hunt, so he's good with the split pressure, the offlaning. And potentially popping in after that. ETC getting taunted. It looks like Garrosh is just all about the taunt on ETC. Traded the tanks. Probably not the greatest. Lily honestly has been doing a fantastic job with those cleanses for the ETC mosh. Like, those were some legitimately amazing fucking plays. What we probably should have done in comms is to have Illidan hunt in on Lily when she's using her jugs to stop that channel. That probably would have gotten us a couple more kills. But as it is right now, hindsight. Vala got away with absolutely nothing. I also got away with absolutely fucking nothing. Oh, man. I mean, we were both butthole puckered on that one. Me and her. So, gentleman's agreement. Just like not kill each other and walk away. I'm okay with that. I could take it or leave it. We're on the cusp of 20. There is a really big wave in the bottom lane that would get us close to it. We still need 13, so I am thinking I'm going to go down there, get that wave, get the gems, so I can turn in by myself, so I don't have to have my team turn in with me, and they have the ability to poke. Or zone. Just going to turn on the Inner Beast, clear it as fast as possible. I took the increased swipe range on the Q, because it creates another form of escape and engage for Greymane, which I like. I like having mobility. I can't remember what the fuck else is at that tier. I'm pretty sure that's the meta pick, but I could be wrong. I'm just going to clear here, get some more fucking gems. Try to get to 20. The Merc camp is going to put us at 20, so we're going to knock this out real quick with Illidan. And then we still have that mid fort. There's nothing we have to worry about. Asmo on the other team, really, I mean, he's putting out obnoxious amounts of damage, but he's not doing it in a way that is really meaningful, because his team isn't engaging on his damage. They're basically just letting us get hit, walk away, and then we can heal, and we'll come back when we're ready. So, oh, big damage on the Garrosh. I was trying to decide if it was worth it to Cursed Bullet Garrosh. Because when you take that much of his health off, his armor shoots through the fucking roof. But I couldn't decide. Like, a lot of the time he was the target that was just readily available because he did so much walking forward. Kind of a catch-22 though. I really wanted to use the bullet on Asmo, but he was doing a really good job sitting just far back. Illidan still side pushing with the hunts. Looks like the cooldown is up. There is the Vala. Got hit by the tornado and just instantly deleted. Instantly fucking deleted. The Death Mosh outside of the gate. Hindsight's 20/20. If you get that low with ETC, it's probably best just to rip it, walk in, let it go. We traded Vala for ETC though. They lose a huge chunk of their damage with that pick, even though Asmo still just took half of our fucking health bar. Oh, that would have been really cool. Been really cool. That mana shield, that mana addict, the shield that saved KT. Fuck you. From that ball was the reason that you don't take fucking convection. Ta-da. Had we been a little bit more in an advantageous position to peel, the KT would have 100% gotten away because of mana addict. So, yeah. The only logical place for them to be right now is on that camp, and apparently they're all top. They're going to be looking at the boss. They're going to be looking at the top turn-in. They can't take that boss even though they have a numbers advantage because of the amount of steel that we have with our ETC, with our Ariel, and just everything about what's happening right now. No more Vala. We're just not. We're not having any of their shit. Our I got lost in the fact that I just used my Q to break the Asmo laser because he was putting it on me most of this game. So it's another good reason in this specific matchup to take that talent, I feel. What was I saying? I do that a lot. I lose my fucking train of thought. That was the moment where Garrosh's fucking shield saved him from an absolute ridiculous amount of damage from my cursed bullet. Good mosh on the healer. She could not save any of the enemy team. And now Garrosh is going to fall to the same fate. Well, not to the mosh pit death, but he's going to die. I was calling for boss here, which is not the right call. There's 4 people dead on the enemy team. We have pretty much full health, full mana people. Super dead Asmodan. All their gems are gone. This is an easy core. We have all sorts of fucking siege damage with our boys. And I'm just going to put one little auto attack in there. Got it. Now I'll go back to the core. I participated! Everybody's dead on the enemy team. That's the game. Recognizing that we had this open, and to make that call was actually really, really good decision making on the comms in our game here. So, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. It's learning. Sure, whatever. I guess he threw balls at people and they did damage. Whoa. And then Garrosh soaked a lot of damage. Wow. And then Blaze delivered what? Yeah. Whoa. And I don't understand the MVP system. I don't get it. Here's the talents. That Ariel build is a little weird. That's no, not that one. Not to nitpick shit, but 4 is the talent you take here is the extended knockback. It's mandatory. And then 7 you can take Pinball Wizard or Echo Pedal. Pinball Wizard for PvP damage, Echo Pedal for PvE damage, which is also really good on Tomb. But Hammer On doesn't do enough for you. Especially when Lily can blind your next 2 auto attacks for free. So either of the other 2 talents, the knockback. And then this one's good, this one's good, this one's good. All this other stuff is fine. That's I just the 2 little nitpicky talent choices there. What? Yeah, everything else looks. I would take the dive one, but that's probably no, I think the dive one is actually the meta pick. I couldn't be sure. Against their team, I mean, this works fine. Like a huge health pool, huge health pool, huge health pool, ridiculous. So everything worked out in our favor. We had a game plan that worked out really well just for pushing and map pressure and then team fighting when it was actually a good time for us. So that game took a little bit longer, but it ultimately fell into a pocket of shot calling within our 4-man that worked really well. So I just wanted to share that, recognizing the strategy outside of your comp and into the enemy team is a very important part of playing this game in a competitive scenario and with other people. So learning is a process, but that was one game that just really shined for me in general. So I hope you got something from it. I liked it a lot. As always, thanks for YouTube and thanks for watching. I hope you have a phantasmical, wonderful